Soccer, called football essentially everywhere else, is the most popular sport in the world, garnering nearly half of the world's attention through the 2022 World Cup, which would explain the long ongoing fiery debates on whether or not one's respective player is the greatest of all time. For me, it's Lionel Messi for his sheer dominance when it comes to statistics with his national team and clubs throughout the years and his superior playing style maximizing efficiency and coordination with the rest of the game. Others might say Cristiano Ronaldo is superior through his number of goals, Champions League performances, national team, and even his personality, but Messi even equals him or surpasses him in these aspects as well. Born in Argentina in the 1980s, Lionel Andres Messi grew up in poverty like the average Argentinian around this time. He began playing football at the age of 4 and quickly began to dominate other players despite his very low stature. It would turn out that Messi had a growth hormone deficiency, being unable to grow to a normal height, and would essentially enable him to die an early death. If it weren't for his talent at the time, he wouldn't have been scouted by his local professional club, Newell's Old Boys, who offered him growth hormone therapy until he reached a normal level after puberty. However, he would eventually become scouted by FC Barcelona, climb the ranks, and eventually enter the first team where he would only continue to grow on one of the best teams on earth. Cristiano Ronaldo dos Santos Aveiro was born to a poor family in Portugal on the island of Madeira, where he had to work his way up to a high status. Ronaldo worked hard to improve at football and was eventually scouted by Sporting Lisbon. Ronaldo had a heart condition that he would have to get surgery for when he was 15, and after surviving, worked even harder to improve and eventually got scouted by Manchester United, one of the best teams in the world at that time and now.
Bloodied, he was bruised, he was battered. But at the end of 90 minutes, it is Messi that stands on top.
Messi and Ronaldo, having played their prime years in the same era and roughly the same level of competitions throughout these years in Europe, will definitely have more straightforward interpretations of their stats, right? Not exactly. Messi primarily plays as a playmaker in the middle of the opponent's half, making crucial passes and creating holes in the opposition's formation for him to exploit and utilize his teammates and distribute opportunities to everyone. Ronaldo, on the other hand, has primarily played as a pure striker, relying on his team's playmakers and wingers to create opportunities for him to shoot the ball in and convert. Now, this may seem like I'm just trying to cope with Ronaldo's superior stats, but in reality, even with all of these limitations that would seem to riddle Messi with lower stats, Messi still utterly dominates Ronaldo in all stats, even in goals, considering his superior goal ratio at the time prior to Ronaldo leaving for Al Nassr in Saudi Arabia and Messi to Inter Miami in the US. Messi had 810 goals and 356 assists in 1033 games, while Ronaldo had 829 goals and 236 assists in 1154 games. Messi scores a goal an average of every 105 minutes, while Ronaldo 113, and even more with a goal contribution every 73 minutes over Ronaldo's 88 when you consider assists. What's more, Ronaldo is a notorious diver, whereas Messi is known for being an honorable and fair player, minimizing his cheating. I will admit, however, there have been a few times he had to make the most of his situation. Additionally, Ronaldo is very well known for stat padding, facing teams way out of his league. European qualifier matches and national friendlies expose Ronaldo's Portugal to some of the easiest teams to score on: Liechtenstein, Luxembourg, Estonia, etc., which placed 203, 83, and 122 in FIFA rankings respectively. Ronaldo fans might argue that Messi also does this with his own South American qualifying matches and friendlies, with teams like Bolivia, Curacao, Panama, or Venezuela, with rankings of 85, 79, 41, and 50 respectively. You can clearly see that Messi's easiest opponents are still superior to Ronaldo's easiest. Ronaldo fans might also argue in defense that Ronaldo's European opponents mean that Ronaldo still dominates in his national success, having won a Euro, which many deem as more valuable than a World Cup. Even Messi's former teammate and Spanish legend, Xavi, having won a Euro and a World Cup, says that Euros are more difficult to win due to the higher concentration of top teams through France or England. This argument has limitations because, with multiple difficult games in a row with the tournament format, the best team is going to be successful generally all the time. Argentina faced plenty of difficult European teams and won. 2. Even if this is true, Ronaldo's Euro win isn't very representative of facing the best teams. Even more, Ronaldo was injured in the final and didn't contribute directly, while his teammate, Eder, scored the final goal as the team parked the bus. A controversial tactic to bore everyone by making every player defend and pray that a wonder shot scores a goal, which did happen with good luck from just facing one truly difficult opponent. Take a look at Ronaldo's route to the Euro final. Portugal faced Croatia, Poland, and Wales to reach the final versus France. Decent, but not very strong teams during 2016. And now look at the other side. France, Italy, Germany, Spain, and England. The best teams in Europe around this time. Some Ronaldo fans might also bring Portugal's Nations Cup win into the mix, but let's be real. It's a Mickey Mouse Cup. No one values it and most teams didn't care.